Hello and welcome to our page. If you enjoy the content, then make sure to like as it helps us make more videos. Also, to see more content like this, then subscribe to the PsychoDiva YouTube channel.
Congratulations from MJF. Title could change hands on count-out or disqualification, and he doesn't have to execute the contract. MJF really stacking the deck against Hangman.
Your Dynamite main event in the tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Boston, Massachusetts, she is the TBS champion, the CEO, Mercedes Monè.
This Sunday at Forbidden Door, Mercedes Monè puts the TBS Championship on the line. A four-way match with global implications. There you see one of the women that will challenge Mercedes, Persephone, representing CMLL. We also understand that Japanese wrestling promotion Stardom has elected the second-generation athlete, Bozilla, to be their representative this Sunday in London. And of course, Alex Windsor, the UK's own, will represent AEW against Mercedes Monè with the TBS Championship on the line in the four-way match.
You know, we've got a lot of great women's matches coming up at Forbidden Door, and this just exemplifies what we got coming up this Sunday afternoon.
And her partner, accompanied by Billy Starks from Dallas, Texas, she is the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, the Fallen Goddess, Athena!
Well, Athena waving off her young minion, Billy Starks there. We've seen an unlikely alliance between Athena and Mercedes Monè ahead of Forbidden Door, where Athena will challenge timeless Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship. Brian, seems like a alliance of convenience.
Yeah. I mean, they were just rivals just a couple months ago in the first round of the Owen. And I mean, what an incredible match that was. But yeah, I mean, this is an interesting challenge for Toni Storm. I mean, she's been the longest reigning women's world champion at 609 days. But then you've got Athena, who's had a 984-day women's world title reign with the ROH Women's Championship.
And their opponents, first from Norwich, England, Alex Windsor!
Alex Windsor, who in a very short time has put herself in a position to challenge Mercedes Monè and the TBS Championship. It was just weeks ago that Windsor debuted in AEW.
Accompanied by Mina Shirakawa from Stage 7 at Warner Brothers Studios, she is the AEW Women's World Champion, Timeless Toni Storm!
Wow, Brian, what about timeless Toni Storm? What a champion, huh?
Yeah, I mean, just unbelievable.
Timeless Toni Storm, the AEW Women's World Champion, but will it be the end of the reel this Sunday in London at Forbidden Door? Athena most certainly thinks so. We saw Mina Shirakawa coming out with timeless Toni Storm. Shirakawa said that she felt more than a little pang of jealousy when she saw Toni Storm tangoing with Alex Windsor.
No doubt who the fans love.
Well, Mercedes Monè and Alex Windsor starting things off for their respective sides. And this will be the first meeting between Mercedes Monè and timeless Toni Storm since their classic battle back in All In, Texas.
Yeah, quite frankly, one of the best matches I've seen in 2025.
Right now, Windsor with the side headlock on the TBS champion, Mercedes Monè.
Alex Windsor's impressed a lot of people in her short time here in AEW. And one of the reasons why is, I mean, her Her fundamentals are so good. Look at that headlock takedown.
Just snap the side headlock takeover over.
And this is against a seasoned performer in Mercedes Monè.
And Windsor, very recently, as I mentioned, joining the ranks, the locker room of All Elite Wrestling. And now Windsor, a step ahead of Mercedes. Shoulder tackle takes the CEO down.
Yeah, strong and had a lot of momentum hitting that rope that time. There was no chance for Mercedes.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the things I'm impressed by is her speed, Alex Windsor's speed. You know, she's a strong woman, but then she's also very fast. But look at Mercedes Moné's technique.
Mercedes, they're gonna lock in that submission hold, but Windsor able to prevent the arms of Mercedes from meeting, and now lariat intercepted, an elbow strike on target.
I don't think a striking exchange is what she wants with Alex Windsor.
Interesting to see what tags are going to be made between Mercedes and Athena. They've been arguing since they walked in the ring.
Yeah, we know that Windsor and Toni Storm have no problems working together.
Yeah, I just think of the egos involved with Mercedes and Athena.
Mercedes, 1, 2. Windsor kicking out, and there's that strength of Windsor on display as Windsor gets to her feet.
Great job of just staying with her by Windsor. She knew what she wanted to do, and she did it.
Windsor the fall-away slam, and importantly, throwing Mercedes towards the corner of Alex Windsor and the AEW Women's World Champion, timeless Toni Storm.
What am I watching?
You're watching Mind Games by the one and only.
Timeless Toni Storm.
Oh, my God.
Stepping into the ring.
You see the face of Mercedes? Like, what is wrong with that woman?
I mean, that's how she throws people off. I mean, sometimes you think she's a joke, but then she comes out there in the way that she wrestles.
A strong waist lock. Cinched in by timeless Toni Storm. Athena backing the champion up to the corner. And Athena, clean break, no, sweep of the leg.
Great job.
Well, Athena trying to play her own mind games with Toni Storm. Side headlock, cinched in. Storm sends Athena off, bypass into the ropes, hip toss. No, Athena lands on her feet. And now Athena on the move through the ropes. Arm drag, Athena showing why she is just 16 days away from 1,000 days as Ring of Honor Women's World Champion.
That's a great call. I was thinking the same thing, Excalibur. Agility, power.
And now looking for the trip. Toni Storm avoids, weaves, and lands a drop kick. And Storm now back breaker. Athena down. Cover made. Athena kicking out at 1.
Yeah, Toni Storm has seen a lot in her world title reigns. But I wonder if there's a little bit of an intimidation factor with Athena, given, I mean, she's only been beaten once in a singles match, and that was by Mercedes, and that was with a roll-up back in April in the almost 1,000 days since she's held the Ring of Honor title.
Yeah, Athena has seemed just impenetrable. That's got to be weighing on the mind of Toni Storm as a pair of headbutts delivered by timeless Toni Storm and Alex Windsor. Could be on the verge.
A little do-si-do, if you will.
Toni Storm looking for the hip attack. Windsor sidestepped by Mercedes, crashing out to the floor. And now Mercedes on the move. Toni Storm interrupts the progress of Mercedes. Athena pulled the hair.
Where did she ever interrupt it?
And
I'm gonna die. We don't have time for this. Let's go. Bye.
Athena barking at Mercedes Monè. Whoa! Athena, the tope suicida through the ropes, crashing into our dust. Toni Storm, the hip attack sends Mercedes spilling out to the floor, and now the DDT interrupted. Athena weaves underneath. Oh, wow. Athena just planted Storm on the floor.
What a
Power
move.
bomb on the floor.
That was a great move, man, by Athena.
Get it together.
And Alex Windsor throwing herself What a battle we are watching unfold here on Dynamite. Oh, Athena breaking free of the grip of Alex Windsor. And Athena misjudged that, driven face first into the ring apron.
It's no surprise when you think about what's at stake on Sunday afternoon, what these ladies are going through and what's going through their mind right now. It's no surprise that they are putting everything they got into this matchup.
You know, I wonder if the presence of Persephone from CMLL observing this match at ringside is weighing on the mind of the CEO.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I've often thought, and Brian, you've known Mercedes a long, long time. She's pretty focused.
Yeah, and you know, quite honestly, once you're in there, you really have to focus, especially when you're in there with the caliber of Alex Windsor and Toni Storm. You're not going to be focusing on who's. It's one thing if she's like around the ring, but behind the barricade, you're not focused on any of that.
Well, Athena and Mercedes showing some great teamwork here, punishing Alex Windsor in the corner. Aubrey Edwards trying her best to break up these illegal holds.
Yeah, it feels like Mercedes and Athena are finally getting on the same page.
That's pretty easy to when Alex Windsor has nobody to tag right now.
Yeah, Toni Storm driven down on the outside, still recovering, still trying to make it up to her corner.
Yeah, I gotta say, guys, I was so impressed with Athena's explosion on that tope, and then to have that kind of explosion,
made,
and then powerbomb Toni Storm on the floor with that kind of power and explosion. I don't know. She's been looking really good tonight. She looks in top form.
Can she keep that form, that quality going as we approach London, England this Sunday for Forbidden Door live on pay-per-view and Prime Video.
Look at her just ripping at the mouth of Alex Windsor.
Toni Storm now finally recovered enough to take her spot on the apron in the tag team match, but is she recovered enough to battle against two of the best in the world in Mercedes Monè and Athena?
Yeah, they had her cornered. There wasn't a real chance to get out there.
Come on, you wee bitch!
Now that Athena's on the apron, she might have a little bit more of a chance.
Mercedes not forgetting all in.
Mercedes knees it to the chest of Alex Windsor, and now Athena just
good God.
running boot.
Holy smokes.
Heel of her boot into the side of the head of Alex Windsor.
That was solid.
AEW Dynamite continues, our main event underway as we approach Forbidden Door this Sunday, London, England. Athena, Mercedes Monè, tag team partners. A little bit of miscommunication there as Alex Windsor trying to make it to the corner to tag in the AEW Women's World Champion, timeless Toni Storm.
Athena just rocked Mercedes.
And Toni Storm gets the tag. And now the drop kick for the woman she will face this Sunday at Forbidden Door. Athena, swing and a miss. Toni Storm raining down right hands on her challenger.
Yeah, Athena trying to cover up. Athena realized there's nobody there. She made a mistake, and now she's paying for it.
And also speaking of this Sunday, well, wait a second, Fisherman suplex. It's in deep. Athena able to kick out. Mercedes Monè puts her TBS Championship on the line in a four-way match. Alex Windsor representing AEW, Persephone representing CMLL, and we found out earlier today that it will be Bozilla, the second-generation athlete from Stardom, the fourth competitor in the match for the TBS Championship. Windsor, short arm lariat, high stack on the cover. Athena able to kick out.
Great teamwork that time by Toni Storm and Alex Windsor. Wow.
In a very short time, Brian, Alex Windsor has shown why she was one of the best-kept secrets on the independent scene here in the UK.
Yeah. I mean, she's come in. She's strong. She's explosive. She's technically sound. She's done a great job since coming to AEW.
But Mercedes interrupting the ascent of Windsor. And now jackknife by Athena. Toni Storm kicked out, but unfortunately for her, put Athena in a position to tag out to Mercedes Monè. I'm not sure Storm realizes it. Mongolian chops once again. Oh, lung blower, back stabber combo, and now.
Oh, that's it.
Toni Storm in the deep water.
Yes, she is.
Remember, it was Toni Storm that handed Mercedes Monè her first singles loss inside an AEW ring. That was last month at All In Texas. You've got to imagine, Brian, that does not sit well with the CEO, the TBS champion, Mercedes Monè.
Yeah, I kind of wonder how she's going to be at Forbidden Door. You know, there's a chance that she could lose her title without even being pinned.
Yeah, that's the key, right? I mean, I think she's a great champion. I think she can defend the title, but in a four-way, like you said, Brian, you're not even in the ring, and all of a sudden you're dethroned. It's just...
We touched on it when the announcement about the Hurt Syndicate match was announced. A little bit the disadvantage that the champion is in. It's because they don't even have to play a factor in the finish. But that match, the point was moot because it was made into an elimination match. This will be a standard four-way match coming up this Sunday. First fall, first pinfall or submission to a finish.
And that means no disqualification, too.
As Mercedes, nobody home in the corner for her. Toni Storm. Can she make the crawl? Can she make the tag?
Athena's in.
Athena had a handful of the tartan pattern, the hair of the champion, but now it's the champion springing off the bottom rope. DDT, Athena.
Yeah, Toni Storm needs to make the tag here.
Athena firmly planted by the DDT from the AEW Women's World Champion. As Alex Windsor desperately wants the tag. But Toni Storm, I mean, she's endured quite a bit of punishment, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, and she's not moving. I almost wonder if she jammed her neck or something when doing that tornado DDT.
That's a great call.
Sometimes that happens. Oh, now she's finally moving a leg. I mean, she was laying motionless for at least 15 to 20 seconds. And even now, she's still barely moving.
Aubrey Edwards giving the double 10 count. Oh, wait, no, maybe. Toni Storm was just biding her time because as soon as Mercedes was tagged in, Toni Storm sprang to life, made the tag out to Alex Windsor. And now Windsor in the corner. Swinging a miss by the TBS champion, too. Misdirected. Windsor leaves her feet, takes Mercedes down.
Brian, earlier you were talking about her speed, right?
And her strength.
Yes.
And her strength.
Now Windsor. Russian leg sweep. Ooh, short lariat. Cover made. The leg was hooked, but Mercedes able to kick out.
Yeah, one of the things I've been impressed with is her rotational power. You see it when she swings those clotheslines. And they talk in athletics about how important rotational power is. You can see it in Alex Windsor.
Sidestep into the Blue Thunder bomb. Windsor. The pinfall attempt, but Athena there in time to break it up.
Great save by Athena.
Toni Storm looking for that TCM chicken wing, but instead Athena drops to her knees and sends AEW Women's World Champion out to the floor. Catches Toni on the way in and oh, Athena! Oh my goodness!
Did you hear that? When the head collided with that top steps?
Well, back in the ring, Alex Windsor. Good fall attempt. Mercedes reverses. Windsor and Mercedes separate, but not for long. Waist lock. As Toni Storm, I mean, may not just be completely out of this match, but I mean, who knows what shape she's going to be in come Sunday at Forbidden Door. Oh, Windsor.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on her landing. It's hard to see from here how she actually landed. Oh, no.
Oh, wait. Windsor counters to her knees.
Great counter. Wow, power. And the fans appreciate it as well.
Samoan drop from the woman who may just be days away from claiming the TBS championship from Mercedes Monè. Windsor for that Scorpion Deathlock, sharpshooter, whatever you want to call it. Mercedes Monè, I would imagine at this point, would call it painful. She's tapping. That is
Wait a
it.
minute, no.
Oh, wait a second.
She's not legal.
Was there a tag?
She's not legal.
Mercedes. Oh, face!
There's your legal one.
The distracted Windsor didn't see it coming, and Athena takes the win.
Here are your winners, Mercedes Monè and Athena.
A tactical misstep by Alex Windsor. Did not recognize that Athena was the legal member of her side.
Yeah, but Toni Storm is still on the floor getting medical attention.
Well, I can tell you, Athena's done what she wanted to do, right? Soften up the champ for Sunday afternoon.
And now Mercedes Monè locking eyes with Persephone. Persephone not going to be intimidated by Mercedes Monè. It will be every woman for themselves. The four-way match for the TBS Championship. Mercedes Monè, Persephone, Alex Windsor, and Bozilla representing Stardom in Japan. Global implications in that one, and this one as well. Athena and timeless Toni Storm. Toni Storm, you can see clutching her neck as members of the AEW medical team were attending to the AEW Women's World Champion, but champion for how long? Fans, we thank you for joining us tonight for Dynamite from Glasgow, Scotland. We will see you Saturday, 8/7 Central on TNT, HBO Max for Collision, and Sunday for Forbidden Door.